What is going on, everybody? Yeah. Got myself an induction shirt. So, today we're going to talk about something that I should have covered before, but I forgot to. This is a topic not a lot of people talk about, but it's something that is absolutely essential to have on your race car or whatever car you got if you're making power. And this goes for all you GTR guys and rear wheel drive guys, front wheel drive guys, same shit. Tires. Today's topic is going to be tires. I just did a buddy of mine's paddle shifters, and this subject got brought up again. Because ever since I started doing this YouTube thing, a lot of people have been contacting me via email or forums or whatever and asking a bunch of questions. And a lot of those questions have to do with, what do I do because I have no traction? Making power is somewhat easy. You know, if you got a good tuner, got good parts, even with a good traction control system. If you blow them tires off the ground and that traction control system engages, yeah, it's good, but it could be a lot better if the traction control system doesn't engage at all. Like if you line up next to my GTR off the dig, you gonna get fucking bodied, my man. Wrecked. Because my shit there's no traction control, there's nothing. It just squats and goes. Why? Because I got 4 drag radials. All 4 of my tires are soft compound, sticky tires. So lining up with me, you better have the same thing. Or even if your traction control engages and you're somewhat moving forward, mine doesn't. And I'm accelerating a lot harder than you are. So, let's get to it. Let's talk about rear wheel drive guys real quick. Rear wheel drive guys, I know for a fact, my tire when I had my rear wheel drive cars back in the day, my preferred tire was Hoosier, and I ran Hoosier drag radials or hold up. Jesus, that took forever. Anyway, what was I saying? Rear wheel drive cars. If you got 20-inch wheels and you got a rear wheel drive car, my suggestion to you would be to get a 15-inch wheel or a 16-inch wheel and get yourself a drag radial that has a tall wall. Tall tire. 28-inch, 27, 28, 29-inch tall tire. That is the best scenario you can do. If you have a 20-inch tire, a 20-inch wheel, and you just want to keep it, your best bet is to get into your 5R tires, maybe a Mickey Thompson tire, because Hoosiers don't make tires in 20-inch. They're 19, I think, and below. So if you got a rear wheel drive car, I would suggest you get yourself a pair of Weld or whatever lightweight, beadlocks if you want, wheels, and get yourself a nice tall tire. You could get yourself a drag radial if you drive it around on the street, or you could get yourself a slick. But with a slick on the highway, it's sketchy as fuck. So I would just get myself a drag radial. Hoosier is my number 1 pick. Second pick is Mickey Thompson, and everything else is just whatever. Now, for the GTR guys, this is tricky for us, right? Our tires, front and rear, need to be within 0.3 of an inch. If we don't get tires within 0.3 of an inch, our all-wheel drive system is fucked. You'll burn your clutches out, shit gets all unhappy. So what do? Well, you gotta shop around for tires that fit the criteria. You gotta get yourself some drag radials. A lot of guys run 18-inch wheels like CCWs, and they equip them with either Nittos or M&H drag radials all around. You could do that, but if you want to keep your 20-inch wheels like I do, because I'm gonna have two sets of wheels on my car. I'm gonna have bead locks for that for that serious racing. If somebody calls me out for a lot of money, or I gotta go to the track and fucking put a hurting on some people, I'm gonna have bead locks with a slick. That's gonna be my serious set. But my everyday kind of driving around on the street, hurting feelings and shit out here on the road, I'm keeping my 20-inch wheels that come on that come with the Nismo, because these wheels are absolutely amazing. They're super light. They're the correct the correct width. Because I got the 10.5s in the back and the 10s in the front, and they're super light. So there's nothing better that I could even get in a 20-inch. So what do? We get ourselves drag radials. My setup currently is NT05Rs, 315, 35, 20 out back, and 305, 35, 20. NT 555R out front. Perfect combination. Drag radials up front, drag radials out back, sticky tires all around, traction for days. That is going to be your perfect setup for the streets on a 20-inch wheel. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, what about R888s, Toyos, 888s or 888Rs? I fucking hate those tires with a passion. Not only do those tires have a thinner wall, not as tall. The Nittos, in the NT05s and the 555s, the wall is pretty tall, which we want. The taller the wall of the tire, the more gear we have, and the more flex that tire has. Nicer on your parts, more traction. You don't really want a stiff sidewall. Unless you're road racing the car on twisties, you should not have a stiff sidewall. The triple R's are more of like a road race tire, but even then, I wouldn't buy them. I would get the NT01s, the Nittos, because they're quiet. The Toyo triple R's are so fucking loud, you're gonna want to shoot yourself because you hear them all the time. They howl all the time. You get up to like 50, 60 miles an hour, non-stop. It's pull the fucking trigger kind of shit. You give me brand new triple R tires for free, I'm going to tell you I don't want them. That's how bad they are. So, for all you guys that love that shit, I mean, bro, do you, son. Me, I'm all about tires that make no noise and perform. So, that's it. That's what I got right now. The NT05Rs out back of our GTRs on the 20-inch wheel are pretty much the best tire you can get. The front, you have two options. I went right now, I'm testing, you know what I'm saying? I'm testing. Right now I went with the NT555Rs, 305. They fit good, they work good, so everything is pretty peachy right now with those tires. Now there's a second option. You could go Mickey Thompson ET Street SS drag radials in the front. Also 305, 35, 20. And they're actually the same diameter as the NT05s. The NT05s I think are 28.7 inch. out back, and the ET Street SSs are also 28.7 in the front. The 555s are, I think, 28.57. So I'm within the parameters. You have to stay in that 0.3 mark between the tires. So between my 28.7 versus the 28.57, I literally have like a 0.1 something difference. I ain't gonna do the math right now. So I'm good. Yeah. So yeah, boys and girls, you are gonna need good sticky tires if you making power. If your GTR ain't going nowhere off the dig, you got problems catching traction, you have to have tires. Now, what are you gonna lose, when you go drag radials? Nothing really. Handling changes slightly. There's more like, I guess, tire roll on the the wheel moves on the tire. You can't corner as good. Like, my Nesmo still corners like a beast because of the suspension. It's very stiff. But, you feel it a little bit. It's not like it's going to corner like if it's got a stiff wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then again, like, I don't do that kind of shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm going carving up the streets out here, or weaving in and out of traffic. I don't do that. I chill on the streets. I roll out, and if anybody ever pulls up next to me that's worthy, I hand out that ass whooping, and that's it. So on a street, these tires are absolutely perfect. The only thing is they wear away a little faster. Like, you go and change them every 3,000-4,000 miles. But that's the nature of the beast. If you want ultimate performance out of your race car, those are the things you must have. Tires is one of the most important things you can have on your GTR or any tire, any car for that matter. All my previous cars, my dude, I had skinnies in the front, and I had 15-inch fucking weld beadlocks with 28, 29-inch tall tires. Hoosier drag radials, Outback, on all my cars. And I drove that shit around on the street because that's what made my car hook. And even though our GTRs are all-wheel drive, best believe you can still blow all 4 tires off the fucking ground and not go anywhere. You ever seen those videos? Dude's racing these cars. My dude launches his GTR and he literally goes nowhere. He spins all 4 tires. Okay, much good that's doing you, right? So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, get yourself some nice sticky tires. I laid it out for you. I told you even what to get. So all you gotta do is just go find that shit online, get yourself the best price, order that shit up, go to your tire shop, have them bitches swap that motherfucker out, and you are done. Tires, important as hell. So get yourself a pair and stop with this bullshit. Because everybody's like, Alex, man, how do you hook all this power? Bro, I ain't even got a lot of power. My shit's slow as fuck, bro. I only got 730. You know what I'm saying? This car is like a mid 9-second car right now. And, even then, I still need those tires to make it work. As a matter of fact, I think even a full bolt-on GTR on E85 still needs those tires. Like, at least the tires out back. Like, at least you need those tires out back. If you don't have an all-wheel drive controller, which, by the way, is a must on all GTRs, yeah. If you don't have an all-wheel drive controller, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You have to have that shit. And it has to be programmed for, performance. The split, I think. Alpha did a custom tune on the all-wheel drive controller that I have. I don't know what my split is. It might even be 100%. So I get 100% power to the front and the rear. And an all-wheel drive controller is a must. So I think even with, what you call it? Even with a full bolt-on GTR making like 650 or 640, whatever the fuck they make to the wheels, you still need them good tires, especially if you don't have an all-wheel drive controller. If you do have an all-wheel drive controller, it'll help, but still, you're limited to those tires. They gotta heat up, all this nonsense. So at least get yourself a set Outback if you don't want to run all 4 drag radials. That's all. That's all for today. Tires are super important. You gotta have them. If you don't have traction on any of your cars, the reason why is your tires. You know, we could get into the suspension and, you know, all the stuff. I'm not gonna do that. That's professional shit. If your car is that far down the road where you need to do suspension tweaks, you have to have double adjustable suspension on all 4 corners. Well, my dude, you probably already know how important tires are. This is just information that I'm bringing out there for all you guys that are just getting into this and you're having these traction issues. You got to get them tires. And if you don't have an all-wheel drive controller in your GTR, buy that shit too. Let's flip this camera around. Let me show you my tires, what I'm working with here, and end the video. All right, guys, this is the MT-05 Rs that I got out back. See how nice and thick that sidewall is? Makes your car look so much better because the tire fills out this gap right here. So right here we got the 315, 35, 20. Man, them carbon ceramics are looking beautiful. Oh shit, you can see that titanium exhaust right there. Look at that. Look at those pie cuts. Yeah. Another thing, guys, that I forgot to mention, if you want to check how, you know, how sticky or nice your tires are, you know, take your fingernail and just push it through the rubber. Your fingernail should literally sink in there and should be, you know, should be sticky trying to get out. The softer the tire, the better. So your fingernail should literally just go right through. You know, just fall in there. Look how soft that is. That's just amazing. That's where all the traction comes from. Now let's check the fronts. Yeah, see that right there? And then we got the 555 Rs. I gotta clean them. Don't bullshit me about how dirty they are. I just put them on. I gotta wash this whole car, man. It's been freezing out here in New York. You lucky sons of bitches that live elsewhere. Man, our season is over. So, and that's the 555s right there. See that? They got a nice pattern. Like, I like it because this is a lot of tire that's on the ground. You know what I mean? And again, the fingernail test. You know, nice and soft. Very soft. And that's what we want. We want them soft tires. Yeah, and they looking good. See that? 305s, they fit good, they look good. Now, this is on a 10-inch wheel, so don't forget, because if you put them on like the 9.5-inch wheel, I don't think they're gonna look too good. Alright, and that does it for the tires. Get yourself some and enjoy your newfound traction. Peace out.